Hello. How you doing, church? Pray that as we travel along through this week that we're keeping our eyes focused on Jesus and our attitudes and our heart is being transformed and changed daily. I want to read a couple verses from Job chapter 1. We know as we look into the Old Testament that Job was an incredible man of God. Prior to the Holy Spirit being present in the heart of believers, he served God faithfully in everything he did. Now let's read this one section right at the beginning of his life story as we see it unfold before us. Job's sons would take turns preparing feasts in their homes, and they would also invite their three sisters to celebrate with them. It was pretty cool, kind of like over this past weekend with Mother's Day, families getting together. I think it's important that we would share that time together. And as we see, Job's family did this. Now, continuing the reading, it says, when these celebrations ended, sometimes after several days, Job would purify his children. He would get up early in the morning and offer a burnt offering for each of them. Job said to himself, perhaps my children have sinned and have cursed God in their hearts. This was Job's regular practice. So just a check and thought here as we're reading through this, these children were old enough to have their own homes. And they would take turns inviting the family to their houses. And so these were day-long, multiple day-long celebrations. And what I love about this is how Job was still seeing his responsibility as a spiritual leader over his family. With his regular practice, pray for them. Now, I want to encourage you, a while back, God began talking to me about my family and my extended family. And I have a regular daily prayer list where I pray for each of them by name. My family, my wife's family, siblings, children, their children. And tell you what, every time I do it, it's like, I know the Lord is pleased. I know He is. Now, I'm not telling you that for me. I think it's awesome and I see it biblically, and it's like, man, why wouldn't we? We don't know everything they're facing. We don't know what everybody's going through. God does. But I can pray for them. I can lift them up. I can encourage them. So I want to encourage you to begin to seriously pray by name for your family members and make it a regular practice. However, it doesn't have to be daily for you. Do it however God leads you, but just a regular practice to pray. May God bless you. Have an amazing day with them. Let's be His church.